Hello everyone. Today we are solving preparation to final, its prediction for December. So we have good friends from Desmos Mastery and the Hope Math who prepared this 31, if I'm not mistaken, the problems. So today we are solving 22, like a real exam. So we have the first question. It's quite a difficult questions, and be ready to solve very fast and in the help with Desmos. So we have the function f and is defined by the equation as you see. So we have a, b and c as constants, and x is greater than a but x less than b. So we have here the value of function is positive. If you take any value between a and b, so the value of function will be positive. And the next point, you have the points r and s, where s is 8. That means you have the function as f of r is 8. What it means for us. So we have the point as r by x-axis, and the y is 8 by the y-axis, the point. So I want to look up for the signs. Like if you have function as positive, that means x minus a or x minus b and x minus c can be all positive in order to get the function positive in the values between a and b. So to answer the question, we need to review every step, like r is less than a. If r is less than a, it cannot be, because we have x between a and b. So how can the point r, which gives us positive value, can be between a and b simultaneously be less than a? It's nonsense. That's why the first sentence is not true or false. The next one, b r between b and c. So in order to answer, we need to plug. So we have the something like 3 times r minus a, r minus b, and r minus c equals to 8. So r minus a and r minus b and r minus c is 8 over 3. So that's the positive value as a function. And if I take something between b and c, which is greater than a anyways, so we have here, will we have the positive value or not? So if I take something between b and c, that means I'll have here the positive sign, because r is greater than a, r is greater than b, but r is less than c, which leads us to the negative value. So plus times plus is plus, plus times minus is minus. That's why we got the minus sign as a total, and the statement is false, because we need the function to be positive. That's why r greater than c is the only true answer, and the answer is b. So we do not need to check. That's why I just choose the b. The next one, the real estate company offers a series of 3 webinars. 2,000 people attend the first webinar. Let's write webinar first 2,000. And 65% of the people who attend the first attend the second. That means second webinar, 65% of 2,000, which means 1,300, if I'm mistaken. Let's use the Desmos. So yes, 1,300. And what means webinar first and second webinar means 1,300. And 44% of the people who attend both the first and second webinar attend the third webinar. So that means first and second and third, 44%. Of those who attended the first but did not attend the second webinar, 31% attended the third webinar. So that means if I go to the first webinar and didn't go to the second, not second webinar, but go to third webinar, it will be 31% out of attendance. So we have 1,300 or 1,300 people who attended the first webinar and second webinar. In order to use not, like negative side, I need to subtract from 2,000 1,300. That means 700 people attended first webinar but not second, and then 31% of them, like 700 times 0.31 means attended the third, so we got 217. That is the answer. How many people attended both the first and third but did not attend the second? So the answer is 217. The third one, the function w gives a total time in minutes it takes for a gardener to water X plants and mow the grass. According to the function, how many minutes does it take to garden to mow the grass? So we have X plants, number of plants. Here is the plants, and somewhere we have the to mow the grass. I suppose that is the side of the moving the grass. If how many minutes does it take to garden to move the grass? There is no information about the plants. So let's take the plants equals to 0. We have V0 is 60, which means we have 60 minutes to move the grass, and that is the answer. Student's response is 60 minutes. So next, we have notes here. The perimeter of the equilateral triangle is 642 centimeters, and the three vertices of the triangle lie on the circle. The radius of the circle is w square root of 3 centimeters. What is the value of w? Okay, we have here the circle and equilateral triangle, which means you have the equal sides and equal angles. And the side of equilateral triangle is the radius of the circle, which I have here. Its radius times square root of 3. So I need to find w, which means I can plug here, like side is w square root of 3 times square root of 3, or 3w. So side is 214, and we divide it by 3 to get the w. Why 214? I just get the perimeter. Perimeter is the sum of the sides, so divide by 3, 214, and get the answer 214 divided by 3. So that is the point and the answer. Next, a model estimates that the gray whale travels 72 to 77 miles each day during its migration. Based on this model, which inequality represents the estimated total number of miles of X gray whale could travel in 14 days? Okay, we have here 72 to 77. Means it's velocity or speed. No, it's not speed. It's distance. And we have 14 days. The total number of miles I have in one day, I just go 72 or 77 as a gray whale. That means in 40 days it will be 72 times 14 and 77 times 14, like days passed. And I have X between them because it can be any of them, because we have the interval from 72 to 77. So the answer, I suppose, is A. Next one. The speed of particles A, B, and C are in meters per second, B and C meters per second respectively. So here, if the speed of particle A is 6,000% of the speed of particle C, and the speed of particle C is 0.008% of the speed of particle B, which expression gives the exact value of A plus B? So in terms of C, that is the very useful moment in terms of C. That means we need to substitute or change everything in order to make the C as a main term. So we have here A is 6,000% of C. It's okay because we just moved C as a main. And here I need to move, like B is C divided by 0.008%. So we need to calculate. So we have percent here. That means A is let's divide by 100, like, and the B is C 0.008 divided by 100 again. So we move 100 up, and 100 C divided by 0.008, and here 60 C. And we need to find A plus B. let's divide. Just divide 60 plus 100 divided by 0.008, which means 12,560. That means answer is A, just A. Next one, then we have the figure, notoriously famous circle, and we need to find the R, value of R. I have seen this type of problem in the September exam, and maybe will be in December. Like, that is a very easy one. We use Desmos. We have here the segment AC is perpendicular, like its diameter, and we have BD, like this point, this side BD, and DE, and the diameter of the circle is 175. That means AD is X. We need to find it like X, and the next part DC is 175 minus X, which leads us to use the equivalence like X1 times 175 minus X1 is equivalent to BD square, like the square, like 346, which gives us X is 2, X1. So we need to find 175 minus X is 173, and here is 2, like, and we need to find the ratio CD to AD, like 173 divided by 2 is 86.5. So that's the response. 86.5 is our answer. It works for all type of this problem. You can, they just change numbers, not the type of the problem with a circle. Next one, on average, a certain tree grows 87 centimeters every m months. At this rate, which expression represent number of centimeters of average every k years? This is the unit problem. So for the units, we have 87 centimeters m months, which leads us to 12 months in 1 year. Why? Just why? Because we have here years, but m in months. I'm just changing the years to months and get this type of multiplication. And 87 times 12, this gives us 1044. And the centimeters in m months, divide by m here, something with m. So which leads us to k here, like m in the denominator, k is in numerator, and we check the side, and we go for the k in numerator and m in denominator, and the answer is D, as you see here. So we move to the next. We have in the given function, b is a positive constant. For every increase in the value of function, it's increased by c%, where c is between 0 and 100, which expression gives the value of c in terms of b. So we can use the Desmos in order to solve. We have the function like 66 times b and on the power of x. You can take b as any number, like let's take 3. Okay, no problem. And if I increase the value of x, like x1 plus 1, if I increase also the value in the by the 100, like this, like here. Okay. Oh. And the point here, I can just take the equality if you want to see something. So here, like, and if I use only equation like equality, it means nothing for me. Just Desmos cannot proceed to find c if I have only b. Yes, that's why I use the equivalent form for the Desmos always, in order to estimate and find some values of x. Okay, let's take the random numbers, like 5 random numbers, and get c is 200, like it is precise answer 200, and I need to find the most equivalent one. Like if I have b is 3, like if I add something or just get answer D, for instance, and plug here at the B and get 200, which means 200 with a regression, and the answer is D anyways. Next one, tens the same, like can use again Desmos here. The given expression can rewritten as, if you have the problems as rewritten as, depicted as something, you can use Desmos here. So let's make it bigger here. Okay, let's write 5x minus 3 squared. Here again, let's use the equivalent forms. And 4 times 5x minus 2 in the power of 2, and again next one here. So it's equal to a divided by 4x1 squared plus b divided by 4 x1 plus c divided by 4. So we have x, we have a, b, and c. We have 4 different values, and I need to be random for x1, for instance, in order to get the precise answers. Not x1, I need to be random 5, for instance, and get the a plus b plus c. It's minus 112, so like 2. It is the answer.